10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, lastly, you guys, I'm not even gonna say fans, I'm gonna say friends. All my friends in this building right now, when you look at that statue out there, or you look at that number that's gonna go right there, just realize when you look at that, when I'm out here and you're at these games, that your fingerprints are all over it. You're all over it. Wouldn't be there without you guys. So, thank you. Dear Chicago, thanks for allowing me to make so many memories here.
Look to second by Fassero. The pitch. Konerko hits a high fly ball deep left field. A home run for Konerko, his first as a member of the Sox.
The Chicago White Sox are the 2005 American League Central Division champions.
Ground ball to first. The White Sox have won the pennant.
Bases loaded, 2 out with Konerko on. And he rips one into left. Konerko, grand slam.
Pitch to Palmero. A ground ball past Jenks up the middle of the infield. Uribe has it. He throws. Out! A White Sox winner and a World Championship. The White Sox have won the World Series. This is as good as it gets. The Sox are world champions in Chicago. Go crazy.
Konerko is down. That does not look good at all. Hit him in the head.
Off the field. And he's going to first base. I promise you, they will always be with me.
Today, we recognize one of the most productive and beloved players in White Sox history. Fans, please welcome back number 14, Paul Konerko.
One more time, Paulie, Paulie, Paulie. One of the great chants in White Sox history. Welcome, White Sox fans. And what a day for baseball, and what a day to honor our friend Paul Konerko. And it's great to see you back, big guy. Let's make this a day that Paul, his family, his friends will never forget. And with us today to help retire Paulie's number 14 are his lovely wife, Jennifer, and 3 children, Nick, Owen, and Amelia. Also his parents, Hank and Elena, and his brother, Pete. Welcome to the entire Konerko family back to the ballpark. And on my right, please welcome a teammate of Paul's for 4 years, and now special assistant to General Manager Rick Hahn. All he did was hit 612 home runs. Jim Thome! White Sox Chairman Jerry Reinsdorf. And one of the greatest general managers, if not the greatest general manager, and now Executive Vice President of Baseball, Kenny Williams. Our terrific young general manager, Rick Hahn. Our Sox manager, Robin Ventura. And who's going to forget this guy? All he did was bring us a world championship in 2005, Ozzie Guillen. And Ozzie's not done yet. And today we enshrine Paul's number 14 into the elite list of retired White Sox greats, ensuring no other White Sox player will ever wear the number 14. And Paulie was amazing on the field. He played 16 Major League seasons with our White Sox from 1999 to 2014. Was a career 280 hitter with over 400 doubles. That's third in White Sox history. He had 439 home runs, which is second in White Sox history. He had 1,383 RBIs, the second most in White Sox history. Played a total of 2,265 games as a member of our White Sox. He was a 6-time American League All-Star and the franchise leader in total bases. Now, we all know the incredible stats and that amazing slam back in October of 2005. But also, in addition to being a hero on the field, some of Paul's greatest contributions to Chicago came off the field. In 2007, Paulie, together with his lovely wife Jennifer, teamed up with Jim Thome and his lovely wife Andrea to make a difference here in their home for baseball, Chicago. And through the Bring Me Home campaign, benefiting Children's Home and Aid, Paul was instrumental in raising support, generating awareness, recruiting foster parents, and advocating for the needs of foster children and parents. And since launching the Bring Me Home campaign, Paul has helped raise nearly $600,000 and has touched the lives of more than 1,500 children. Truly making Chicago a better place to live, work, and play. And right now, let's take a look back at this legend in action.
We're not going to just call you Suitcase Konerko. Hopefully this will be your last stop in your major league career.
It seems like one day you're 12 years old in like Little League All-Star games, and then before you know it, you're out of high school and in pro ball, and it seems like it goes by really quick. And do my job every day and play and get at bats and don't want trades. Like I said, I'm just looking for nice, boring production. A lot of players switch teams in their career. Most of the time it's when they've already been established big leaguers and they go on as free agents or in other trades. Usually not, when you're a younger guy. But hopefully I got them all out of the way now.
Paul Konerko's gone yards. Wow, he cleared that one. A high towering drive by Paul Konerko. Here's a Konerko grand slam. Sox win it 2-1 on the base hit by Paul Konerko. And the Sox lead it 3-0 on the inside Parker by Paul Konerko. Konerko with a game winner. He is a huge key. That's into right center field and will not be caught.
Two guys hitting number 300 in the same game.
3-homer game for Konerko. You hit me in the face. Take that. This game is tied at 4 on a 2000 hit. Number 400 for Konerko.
First baseman Paul Konerko. Could be his last day here in the Sox uniform. Paul takes his cap off to salute each and every one of them.
If you play long enough where, for me, I had 2 chances to leave for situations that might have been better for me, for my family, easier, made more sense on paper, and chose to stay. I'll always be proud of that, more so than the numbers that I was loyal.
Drive, deep left field, toward the bullpen, and it's out of here! And the White Sox are going to the American League Championship Series.
He's done it again. Paul Konerko for the second straight night. The White Sox have won the pennant.
This year's MVP of the American League Championship Series.
Astros here, and here's Konerko on the pitch to PK.
Swinging along with the left. It's going to go. It's a slam. Uribe has it. He throws. Out. Out. A White Sox winner and a world championship.
Getting this ball from Paul Konerko is the most emotional moment of my life.
Paul took the field with an array, a bunch of talented players during his 16 seasons with our Sox. And on behalf of his former teammates, his coaches and managers, please welcome Paul's former teammate, friend, great friend, and current White Sox special assistants to General Manager Rick Hahn, Jim Thome.
When I was asked to share my thoughts with all of you on what it was like being Paul Konerko's teammate, 4 words came to mind: teammate, captain, competitor, and friend. As a teammate, there was no better. He'd put his arm around the young guy. He'd make sure the veteran was good as well. He'd talk hitting. He'd talk pitching. Heck, he might talk to himself in the corner one day. Who knows? But that's what made him great. When the organization gives out the title captain to a player, number one, there's a responsibility. Number two, you have to be the face and the voice of the organization. Number three, you have to represent your teammates and your family's name as well. I've played with some great leaders, some over there in that other dugout. Paulie was as good as there was. Competitor. Competitor is what defined him. He lived up to it in every way. The biggest reason is when he was hit in the face twice and never came out of the game. One by Pavano and one by Samardzija. Friend, his work in the community and interaction with fans made him all of our friends. For all the kids here today, think about the four words I said: teammate, captain, competitor, and friend. That's what made this man a role model in the city of Chicago. So Paul, on behalf of all your teammates through the years, congratulations, number 14 being retired today. You, my friend, define White Sox, and today you take your rightful place among the all-time greats here in Chicago. Congrats, buddy.
Love to see a home run hitting contest between these two guys. Unfortunately, it'd have to be with a wiffle ball. You know, in 1975, our White Sox began retiring the uniform numbers of worthy, legendary players in White Sox and baseball history. And since then, 10 men have been immortalized with this honor. And right now, let's take a look back at the great players Paul's going to join today.
Lou Gapling became the first White Sox player to have his number officially retired in 1975. Wearing number 4, Old Aches and Pains played 20 seasons at shortstop for the White Sox and is the franchise's career leader in games, at-bats, and hits, and ranks in the top 10 in 13 offensive categories. Appropriately, the second number retired by the White Sox was number 2. Belonging to Nellie Fox. The 1959 American League MVP led the league in hits 4 times. Ranks in the Sox top 10 in 11 offensive categories, including games, runs, hits, and triples. Orestes Mini Minoso had his number 9 retired by the White Sox in 1983. The 7-time All-Star outfielder amassed a .298 average in 12 seasons with the White Sox and ranks in the club's top 10 in 12 offensive categories. Luis Aparicio had his number 11 retired in 1984 in a ceremony held on Comiskey Park at shortstop, where Little Louis spent 10 seasons of his Hall of Fame career. A 9-time Gold Glove winner, Aparicio ranks second in team history with 318 steals as he put the go in the Go-Go Sox of the 1950s. In 1987, the White Sox honored 2 of the best hurlers in team annals by retiring Ted Lyons' number 16 and Billy Pierce's number 19. Lyons, a Hall of Famer, pitched an amazing 21 seasons on the South Side, using a knuckleball to become the franchise's career leader in wins, starts, and complete games, while logging over 4,100 innings. Pierce spent 13 seasons with the White Sox in becoming the franchise's all-time leader with 1,796 strikeouts, while ranking in the top 10 in 9 categories. 2 years later, in 1989, fan favorite Harold Baines had his number 3 retired in ceremonies held behind home plate, where the former top overall pick so brilliantly became the club's all-time home run leader during the 1980s. A four-time All-Star, Baines became only the third major leaguer to have his number retired while still active. The number 72, worn by Carlton Fisk, was officially retired by the White Sox in 1997. The Hall of Famer played 13 seasons with the White Sox and ranks fourth in team history with 214 home runs. In 2010, the Big Hurt, number 35, Frank Thomas, became the ninth player to have his number retired by the White Sox. The Hall of Famer is the only player in Major League history to hit 300 or better with at least 20 homers, 100 RBIs, 100 walks, and 100 runs scored in 7 consecutive seasons. Today, Paul Konerko joins these White Sox legends as the 10th player in team history and 11th overall to have his number retired. Congratulations, number 14, forever, Paul Konerko.
And now, fans, what we have been waiting for, it's time to enshrine number 14 with those other Sox immortals and Jennifer. Will you and Nick and Owen and Amelia please join me right up here at the podium? And please direct your attention to the upper deck behind home plate as their family is going to count it down for the revealing of the now retired number 14.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And congratulations to number 14, Paul Konerko, and ladies and gentlemen, he'll always be our White Sox captain, and forever White Sox, Paul Konerko.
All right, here. Thanks, Hawk. You're a true legend. We all know that, and to have you do that for me was great. I enjoyed all of our time together over the years, and now that I'm done, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll spend some more together. You never know. Anyhow, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. Glad we got such a good day here in May. It's not always like that, I know that, but definitely good to be back here, and I have to say that looks pretty cool. All right, let me start off. First things first here, Minnesota Twins and these guys back here. Again, I appreciate it. I know I've been there as a player. These events and all that, push back your routines and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you guys making time for this. I appreciate you guys even being out here to watch it. That's pretty cool on your part. It's very, very class organization all the way. Every year we played against these guys and doesn't stop now. Thank you to you guys back here. I'm glad that this happened soon thereafter I was done, because I got to see a lot of the same faces I played with. I want to thank the front office of the White Sox. That has always handled me great, always been there for me with everything I needed. And that goes down to Brooks Boyer and his marketing team for not only today, but the end of the year last year, all year last year, but specifically the end, the September and the last weekend was amazing. And obviously Brooks has taken the time to know me over the years with that nice low-key, quiet entrance that I had through center field. Thanks, Brooks. The PR department, Scott Reifert, Bob Bechtel, Ray Garcia, these guys have a tough job as it is during the year without having special events like this to deal with and to get all that straight. So I appreciate you guys. You always were good to me. Jerry Reinsdorf, I just want to say a special thanks to you. I know most players that are considered for something like this, it can take years sometimes to get one of those or one of those out there, and you've done this quickly, and I know my family and my friends up over there somewhere really appreciate it. That's it's just a cool thing. I think I feel really honored and humbled to have this done so quickly after I'm done playing. It's not something every player gets, and I totally respect that and understand it. I want to thank all the managers I had, starting off with my minor league managers. Joe Vavra, Ron Renicky, John Shelby, and Glenn Hoffman. In fact, Joe Vavra, Joe, step out here. Come over here. Step out on the dirt. Tip your hat. Old Joe here. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. He had the wonderful opportunity to be my first manager ever in professional baseball, 1994, Rookie League Baseball, and he's never been the same since. Thanks, Joe. And of course, my managers here at the White Sox, Jerry Manuel, Ozzie Guillen, and Robin Ventura. These two guys over here. I certainly wasn't always the easiest to deal with, or as Robin will tell stories of my post-at-bats comments. These guys had their work cut out for me at sometimes. It always wasn't what it looked like from the outside. And these guys always treated me well, treated me like a man, and I tried to show up and play hard for them. All my teammates that I had over the years, and there's so many, Jim Thome, obviously one of the big ones. Very key for me to have Jimmy come in at the time he did, because I don't know if I'd be standing here if I hadn't learned what it took to be a good older player. Jimmy was the hardest working guy I've ever been around, and he prolonged my career a number of years to probably make this possible with all the insight he gave me. Thank you, Jimmy. The best. Now, a couple guys that are here today, my hitting guys. There's two of them. I'm kind of a complicated guy when it comes to the hitting, so I needed two of them. So we got Greg Walker and Mike Gellinger. Stand up, guys. These guys were there for me the better part of my career here. With me every day and just showing me how to fight the fight the right way. Invaluable these guys were to me and are to me. Walk. What's up, baby? Not only did you show me how to wear a White Sox uniform with pride, because you did when you played here, but you showed me the difference between a hitter that puts up statistics and one that's a winning player. And more importantly, how to get there. Gelly, You're a loyal friend. Truthfully, probably the most well-rounded baseball guy I've been around in the 20 years I got the chance to play professionally. Gilly knows a little bit about everything, and he's very knowledgeable. Never said no, not once, when I asked him, can we go to the cage and hit? Never said no, never blinked. And that's a pretty amazing thing, because some of my sessions with the pain and suffering that came with it would be very easy sometimes to not answer the bell with some of those questions. So the fact that you never did that, I appreciate it. And I can't thank you two enough. Every player has help while they're playing the game, but I think I needed it more than anybody, certainly more than any of those guys up there, and these guys were big parts of it. When I see that statue out there, I don't really see just me. I see you two guys, kind of next to it. But it doesn't look quite as glorious. One of them has an ice bag on his head. The other guy, looks like he's all stressed out because it probably took 7 hours to get me to take that swing. All right. I want to say thank you to my wife, Jennifer, and my kids, Nick, Amelia, for being there throughout all the ups and downs that comes with a baseball player's life. And for being understanding that no matter how hard I try to leave it at the field, there are going to be some 0 for 4s that make their way home, and that you understood that. So I appreciate that. Okay, lastly, I'm going to end where it all began. My family, my mom, my dad, and my brother, Pete. Pete, thanks for all the support, the common sense advice throughout my career. Invaluable most of the time. A lot of times I didn't even hear it until after the fact. But you were always there leaving messages, and just really good to me the whole time, and there for me. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're one cool older brother. To my mom and dad, thanks for getting me to all the practices, all the games, everything that it takes to have a kid in sports growing up. I was there for every one of them on time, usually 45 minutes early with my dad, usually. So I learned that early in life, that early is good. And now that I have kids that are doing it as well, I understand it ain't that easy. It's a commitment, and it's not easy to do. So I thank you guys, and I love you guys. Good. And by looking around, I think it paid off. All right. I just want to thank everybody one last time. This has been a good thing. I'm very honored to have I've always been honored, and I knew it was a privilege to wear the uniform. But now that I know, and I've experienced over the last 6-7 months, Are you there? Okay. So that's how I figured out the meaning of life. No, I'm just kidding. Anyhow, I always knew it was an honor and a privilege to put this uniform on. But to be truthful, when you're playing, no matter how much you know it, you don't know it all the way until you can't put it on anymore. So over the last 6-7 months, it kind of hits you. And now I really know to the degree that how proud I am and how honored I am to have worn this uniform in this ballpark and played hard for you guys as long as I could. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we got 2 games today. We got one here, one over at the United Center later on. Let's go get them both.